Hello, I am Estrelda Lewis, and I am sitting here with Mr. Jeremy Johnson today of Turning Around LLC. Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
how did Turning Around begin?
Well, turning around was the second project that I had. While I was incarcerated, I had started helping us help ourselves, Hugh Ho Foundation. And what Hugh Ho was predicated on was us doing things from inside of prison to help outside. So we did fundraisers, gave away T-shirts, books, um, school supplies, things of that nature. Everything that we could do from in there, I wanted to show that there was people that had the ability and was changing within the DOC or prison system. So helping us help ourselves, it went well, but I wasn't satisfied. That's just my nature. So when I got released and was pardoned from prison, I looked at it like, okay, let me get into the field that I was in there, which was mental health. So I got into the mental health field and I started seeing that peer recovery specialists, mental health, substance use abuse, it wasn't getting the attention or the funding on the back end that it needed. So, I wanted to bring a spotlight into what peer recovery specialists do, what effect they have in the community, in the courts, on all levels. At the same time, I also wanted to be able to give back. Like I did in prison, I worked with mental health and actually live with people that struggle with mental challenges and substance use, substance abuse. So I started, it took me about a year, started getting formats together, getting promotion aspects together, but mainly I got into the field. Started shaking hands, started doing the work as a peer recovery specialist, started getting my certifications, my trainings, started working in drug courts, working for a mental health agency, gaining the experience that I couldn't gain while I was incarcerated. So that was the part that was missing. I had educated myself, I would say about 15 years on mental health, substance use, substance abuse, different formatings, methods, and then I was able to use it in the latter part of my incarceration. I started working as a mentor, which is the equivalent of a peer at that time in DOC. So I got a little hands-on experience on that side of the field. But when I got out here, it was a totally different world. Came out into society, started seeing how the struggle was even deeper than what I thought as far as a person that faces mental challenges in this society or deals with substance use, substance abuse. It's not as cookie cut as we think because it actually is intertwined with their everyday life. So the substance is more in their mind as a social aspect of them. This is what I do when I go out, or this is what I do when I come home from work. I have a beer, or I have this. And in other cases, it's more severe where the substance is the nucleus of their thoughts, of their day, where that is the pursuit every day. Let me get to this point and be able to feel this, or be able to experience that, whether it be heroin, fentanyl, whatever it may be for the person. And some people, it may just be drinking. It may just be, I went from having a beer when I come home from work to chasing alcohol on my break, drinking to the point that I'm locked up and don't know how I got locked up, to the point where that I get sick if I don't have a drink. So we have to look at it, and everybody has somebody in their family that struggles with substance use or abuse. Everybody knows or has a person in their family that has mental challenges. We all went to a point of having mental challenges with COVID. We all experienced anxiety. We all experienced depression. We all didn't know what tomorrow would bring. And when you're looking at a person of mental challenges or mental health, that's how their mind is. This is an uncertainty there that challenges them in every step that they take. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you're just working strictly with adults, or is this like all ages, or do you work with them and their children?
It's at the point right now that I'm getting Turning Around LLC started, but in my daily occupation, I serve as a peer supervisor, also as a housing manager for people that have mental challenges and struggle with substance use, substance abuse. I work for a mental health agency, also deal with the drug courts. So the sky's the limit, man, woman, and child, because you got to realize that our addiction affects everybody that's connected to us. So it doesn't just have an effect on us, they're actually living that life with us. So at times they're more stressed or more anxious than we are, worrying about where or how we're going to make it through the day.
Wow. Wow. That's deep. I love it. Okay, so in working with these people or working with the people that you work with, okay, do you kind of does it kind of remind you of what can you stand in their position pretty much and know how they're feeling or what they're going through?
Yes, that's an aspect of a peer or a peer recovery specialist that's unique. You actually have a person of lived experience, meaning they have lived that lifestyle, and they still, like myself, still have those same triggers, same thoughts, same urges, but choose to turn it around. So yes, that is how I have the effect that I have on individuals that I work with, because I'm able to relate and say to them, okay, been there, done that, and it's a way out. Been there, done that, and I made it out. So, yes, if they're doing something that I haven't done, then I have experienced it in the street life that I live, or I have a family member that and that's called shared experience. So, indirectly or directly, I can relate to any person of mental illness, challenges, substance use, or abuse.